This winter, I want to be selling looks. That's where the fur comes in. From practical necessities to a symbol of luxury and fashion, fur coats have been around for a very long time and are both versatile and functional. This is going to be my first time attempting to make a fur coat. Hi, I'm Ruby, a self-proclaimed fashion designer. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's get sewing. This is the pattern of the jacket. This is basically how I'm going to be cutting it. So I decided to go with a waist length jacket instead of a full length coat since this is a first time. I'm going to be using my crew neck sweater pattern to cut out the body of the coat. And I'm going to be using this beautiful fur that I found. It's like a little stretch on one side and the other side is completely non-stretch. So I'm just going to start by cutting out the body outside and adding 2 inches to the arm pattern. I'm switching to using this marker to mark my sides of the pattern because the white one I could not see anything. And if you have any type of jacket pattern, I'm sure you can manipulate it to get the shape of the fur jacket that you want. This piece is the front of my jacket, so I'm gonna cut it in the middle. Now taking the back piece of the jacket, we're gonna lay it on the front pieces and pin it together, and we're gonna go and sew the sides and on the shoulder seams. Now I'm cutting the collar piece for the outside part of the jacket, so you're only going to need 1 rectangle piece of this. Now taking the collar piece that we just cut out, we're gonna lay it on a fabric and mark the length of it, and then fold our fabric in half using the points that we just marked it out on. Now we're going to be cutting this fur piece, which is going to be a part of our lining. You can just follow this little diagram I'm gonna put on screen so that it makes better sense. Now this is what we have after cutting out. I know it looks crazy, but trust the process. Now moving on to cutting for the lining of the jacket, everything is going to be exactly the same as the pattern, and then we're going to twink the front piece of the pattern. Now with the front piece's lining, we're gonna cut off this fabric as circled in the diagram. Now onto sewing the front piece of our lining. We're gonna take the pieces of the black lining and have them right sides touching the piece of the fur. After sewing the pieces together, this is what we have, and then now we're gonna go ahead and flip them as they look in the video, and then put our back piece right sides touching the lining black pieces and sew those together. To also save time, you can sew the collar piece to the black lining of the back piece and also leave a piece open on one of the side seams. I wanted to add an inside pocket to my jacket, so I went ahead and did that. That fits my phone or some loose change. Now trying on the lining piece, this is how it's supposed to be looking on you. I know it's looking scary, guys, I will not lie, but let's just trust the process. When I say it's hell working with this fabric, look at my shirt. I don't know if this is even gonna come clean, but I'll try my best. So I'm gonna try on the outside piece of the jacket. This is it inside out. So I've not added the collar piece to this jacket yet, so that's why it's looking like that on the collar, but this is basically how the progress is doing. I also went ahead and added the arms to the lining piece of the jacket off camera. Now that my collar is attached to the outside piece of the coat, I'm gonna go ahead and put the lining piece on top of the outside piece and have them sewn together. The right sides of the lining and the right side of the outside piece of the jacket needs to be touching. So I ended up putting on the lining piece in first and then put the outside piece of the jacket on top. Now I'm going to pin around the top collar, the sides of the jacket, and then the bottom of my jacket as well. And then I'm going to do the same to the armholes, put them together with the lining, right sides touching, and sew around them. Using that little hole we left on the side of the lining, I'm just gonna flip the jacket the right way. Now we're going to do another fitting. I don't know how many we've done in this video, a lot. So now I'm just trying to find that all the corners are out and flattened. Note, please let me know how I can steam or press down fur. So I found out that the armholes are not making sense. I don't know what I did wrong, but I just ended up cutting them off. But this is the fit of the coat. I'm quite in love with it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling myself. I'm like, dang, I ate that. But let's fix the armholes. Since I'd added 2 inches to the fur coat, I'm just gonna pull the lining to the outside and then put it together and then pull out the arm so that the stitch is inside the arm of the coat. I hope that makes sense, but you guys can see in the video.